What's up, Honors? I'm Alex, as always, and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, of course, I want to talk about something that I just found about the other day, which is Party City's animatronic lineup, but not for the US, but actually for Canada. I've been curious ever since Party City released their animatronic lineup to see what Canada will be getting of that lineup for this year, because ever since 2019, it's really been hit or miss for Canada, whether we get good or bad animatronics. But this year, from what I've been told, it looks like we're getting 5 awesome animatronics here in Canada from Party City. So of course, for today, we'll be going through these 5 props that are coming to Canada, talk about each one, and I'll be sharing with you some details about price on these, animation, everything. So of course, let's get started. Alright, so welcome back to the channel, everyone. Like I mentioned in the intro, today we're checking out Party City Canada's 2024 animatronic lineup. And some of you who may be wondering whether or not these animatronics are really coming to Canada, I was actually told by the official Instagram page for Party City to expect these to release at the end of August. So yes, it is official, these will be coming to Canada, which is awesome. So yeah, we'll just be going through all 5 of these animatronics in the list I have on here. So yeah, the first animatronic here on the list that we're going to be talking about is the Skill Crane. This is an awesome new animatronic, which I'm so excited to see brought to Canada. Looking at this guy here, he is a really interesting concept. He's a reskin of a previous animatronic, which was this clown that pops out of this popcorn machine. So for this guy, it's kind of that same animation, but instead of a popcorn machine, it's actually a claw machine, which is really cool. So how it works is there's a button on here, it says push here. You walk up to it, you push the button, the claw at the top starts moving to kind of grab your attention. And then when you're not expecting it, this really creepy bear pops out of the ball pit and gives you a scare. And overall, this thing looks insane. I do kind of like the interactive element, like you have to go up and push the button. I do really wish they would have added a joystick on this, like a real claw machine, so you could kind of like move around the claw yourself. But unfortunately, they didn't add that. I really wish they did. But yeah, it's still really cool animatronic. Look, if it's good and everything, especially that bear animatronic in there. I love the design on it. And for pricing on this guy, he will retail for around $340 Canadian, which is a bit high for a prop like this. Like if you go over to Spirit and you use the coupon and everything, you could get this animatronic for right around $250. But still, $340 doesn't seem like too bad of a price, especially compared to some other stores. But overall, I'm still really excited to see this guy in stores. Alright, now moving on, we've got an animatronic, which is not new for 2024 to Party City in the US. But it is new to Canada for 2024, and this is an awesome animatronic, and one that I actually ranked on the top of my list for Party City's lineup from last year from the US. And this animatronic, of course, is the drop-down Scarecrow, which I'm really excited to see this guy come to Canada because he's a great jump scare, and overall, he's a pretty big prop too. So looking at this guy right here, the kind of design of the Scarecrow is nothing too crazy going on. It's just a pretty simple Scarecrow design that Techie Toy seems to use a lot. Has that kind of like classic face with the head and everything, the arms, the shirt and clothing and everything. Nothing too crazy there, but what's really cool about him is actually the animation. It's this really cool new mech that Techie actually made last year, specifically for this animatronic, where it's mounted onto this big black pole and he's able to like drop down really fast and really scarily. It's a really cool animation and it's one of the reasons why I love this guy so much last year. And for this guy, he is going to be one of the cheaper items at Party City for this year. He is going to retail for right around $300, which for a prop like this, that's not too bad price. Last year I paid $280 for a Darlin Dolly, which was like a similar-ish size, had a similar mech and everything. So $300 for this is not too bad of a price. And yeah, this guy I also can't wait to see in person because I really want to see that jump scare in person. But if he's a cool prop, this guy too, he might be one that I would love to get. Alright, now moving on, we've got an animatronic, which this one is not going to be at Party City in Canada, but it's actually going to be at the store that owns Party City, known as Canadian Tire, which is really strange, but let's check this guy out. So right here, we've got Art the Clown, which is a brand new animatronic for 2024. And this Art the Clown here isn't actually the only Art the Clown animatronic we're getting this year. We of course have the one here we're getting from Party City, which is a pretty cool one. I love the detail on him, like that blood all over the costume. He has a saw in the one hand, the horn in the other, and the face and everything with the glasses that you can either have on him or remove. It's all really cool. But then, of course, Spirit Halloween's also going to have another one, which I've got to say is probably my favorite one. I definitely like it more than the Party City version. I just like how that animatronic is and kind of like the ways you can customize him more. But still, Party City's here looks pretty sick. And like I mentioned at the start of the segment, he is going to be at Canadian Tire, not Party City, which is weird. In the message I got, it says in Canadian Tire stores only. That's kind of cool, I guess. It's weird because in the US, he's a Party City exclusive. It's weird they're not selling that Party City here. But still, it will be cool to see him at Canadian Tire. And since there's more Canadian Tires in Canada than Party Cities, I guess that means that they'll be able to sell this guy to a larger range of customers. And for pricing on this guy, he's going to be rated around $340, which does seem like a bit much, especially because Spirit Halloween's Art the Clown, which is kind of the same size and everything, will be retailing for right around $200 if you use the coupon here in Canada. So for $150 less, I'd probably go with Spirits. But still, Art the Clown at Canadian Tire will be cool, and if he does go on clearance, it probably wouldn't be too bad of a price to get him. Alright, and now moving on, we've got another prop which is cool, and this guy, there will also be another version of him sold at another store, I believe. So this animatronic right here, of course, is Rattles. So Rattles here is kind of the same sort of idea as with the 12-foot skeleton, where it's just an oversized skeleton prop. I think if I remember right, he's about 5 feet tall and then like pretty wide too. Overall, it's a pretty cool prop and just kind of like a 12-foot skeleton. I know in the US, there's lots of places that apparently are selling this guy this year. And I'm pretty sure Costco Canada might be selling him too this year. Not sure on pricing at Costco Canada. It might be cheaper. But at Party City here, he is going to be right around that $340 mark. Which compared to other stuff I've seen on the market, doesn't seem like too bad of a price. It's really comparable to some other props. Yeah, it'll be cool to see this guy. And I'm really curious if they'll have him set up in store because he is a pretty big prop. Or if they'll even have him in store because of how big the box is and everything for him. But still, he's going to be a cool prop to see. And now lastly, the last prop that will be at the Canadian Party City lineup for 2024 is Embers here, which is another prop like Rattles, but instead it's this really cool pumpkin guy, and this guy's another cool one which I'm excited to see brought to Canada. So looking at Embers here, I love lots of the kind of like detail on like that face and everything. That's a really cool design. I like how he has a big smile there and everything. His arms are cool and everything, his chest and everything, how it's glowing like there's fire inside him. That's all really cool, but the coolest part about him is that he's actually like blacklight reactive or glow in the dark, kind of like that. So if you have this guy outside at night, he either gets charged by the light, he's glow in the dark, or he's blacklight reactive. I think it was blacklight reactive, so you'd have to have like a blacklight shine on him. But still, this guy would be an awesome prop to have just in your yard. And I would love to have this guy in my yard. He would be so cool with all my other props in my pumpkin patch theme. But yeah, Embers here. Overall, another awesome prop to see. And yeah, it looks like this lineup's pretty good this year. And for Embers, of course, he will be sold for right around $300. And with all that said, that is it for today's video. That's all 5 props which are coming to Party City Canada. And I guess also Canadian Tire because Art the Clown's going to be sold in Canadian Tire stores only for some reason. But yeah, really awesome lineup and way better than the last few years. Like if you remember last year, all we really got that was new was we got the Wendigo, and then of course we also got the Ice Cream Clown, which are both cool props. Wendigo's a good 12-footer, and Ice Cream Clown, he's just like any other clown, but he's a really cool design. I think we also got the Jumpin' Spider last year for some reason, which is just the same thing that they have at Spirit. And then, like, years before that, all we got for 2022 was Michael Myers, I think, and that was really it. 2021, 2020, I don't even remember what we got. It wasn't that good. But 2024, this year, is going to be awesome at Party City Canada. And some of these props, maybe I'll have to get a couple. I haven't bought props from Party City in a while because they haven't really had anything cool. And the stuff that they do have, their pricing isn't always the greatest. But this year, the prices look all ran. The props are awesome, so pretty cool. And one thing to note from this video, these prices I did mention in the video are not official yet. These are just price estimates based on exchange rate right now. So the prices could be a little bit less, a little bit more, but the prices should be right around what I said. But yeah, that's it. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn notifications. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.